bell. Let's bring in Richard Hunt, the Consumer Bankers Association president, who just rang the closing bell here today. Thanks so much for joining us, Richard. Good to see you.
Thank you. You notice it was an all-time closing for the New York Stock Exchange with CBA in the house.
I know. You brought it up, the S&P, and you got the Dow above 29,000. All these things. Let's talk about banks' earnings so far. What are some of the key themes you've seen, and are you encouraged about the state of the economy from the messaging you're hearing from bank CEOs?
Sure. What we're seeing is still a strengthening of the economy. We feel very confident with not only consumer confidence, but also applications. I will say in the history of banking, we probably have the most pristine amount of credit. I think the amount of credit pristineness has just been terrific, great underwriting, and I think the consumer is very, very confident where this economy will be going in 2020.
In terms of the state of the banking sector at the moment, as we look in the year ahead, but the decade ahead as well, do you see the biggest banks continuing to get bigger as we've seen over the last couple of years? And is that a problem, or is that to be welcomed, in fact?
So obviously you saw the newest merger we had in the banking industry, BB&T and SunTrust becoming Truist. Kelly Keene, the CEO, said he had to be over $400 billion to compete against the trillionaires. The fact of the matter is...
In assets you're talking
That's
about.
right, in assets. That is correct. I think there will be further consolidation in the banking industry. We lost some 250 banks last year, 4%. Mostly community banks. But yes, we're seeing even millennials going towards the larger banks because of their technological advances they're having. People can do 99% of their banking through their iPhone. They don't have to go to a branch anymore.
So to that point, the smaller banks, community banks, disappearing last year, 250 of them, but there's still 5,000 or so banks in the U.S. Is it therefore fair to expect that we will see many hundreds more of the smaller banks disappear in the years ahead?
Look, there is a great role for small community banks to play, especially in rural communities, especially as we're consolidating. Yes, we'll see another 250 probably consolidate. But look, if you're a community bank and you've got your niche expertise, you're going to do quite well in this market.
We got news today that Visa is buying Plaid for $5.3 billion, a huge number on that.
Yeah.
This makes it possible for consumers to bypass MasterCard and Visa and American Express and deal directly with their banks. Does that give banks a boost?
Yeah, sure it does. You're still going to have the bank involved throughout the entire process. This is just another evolution of what the consumer wants, what the consumer demands. They want to be able to bank 24/7 when they want to, where they want to, no longer just having to go to a branch. So I thought that was a very positive sign, Visa and Plaid.